So today we're gonna discuss about exponents, and this is part one of the many videos I'm doing for exponents because there's a lot of different types of problems. But today, right now, this lesson we're discussing mostly about multiplying exponents, and you'll see these three formulas on the right side are the most common ones for exponents that you'll use. We'll mostly discuss right now for this video, this one in particular, which it says x to the a times x to the b equals x to the a plus b. So all it means is that when you have the same base, x, or anything, it could be anything as long as it's the same here, the base, this value, when these two are multiplying, you add these values together. And that's all you do. You just follow that rule, and you always get it correct. And the biggest mistakes a lot of students make usually is that they see weird symbols and then they get lost and they start doing things out of the ordinary. So we're going to discuss some problems. We're going to range from the easier problems all the way to the harder problems. So let's start with the easier problem, which is number 1, x to the 4th power times x cubed. So what does it say here? You just add when they have the same base. They have the same base right now, x, right? So all you have to do is just add it. 4 plus 3, which is x to the 7th. It's pretty simple. All you do is add exponents. So now, number 2 is a little bit, now we're getting into variables and we're adding little factors into it. So now we have x to 2a power times x to the 3a power. So what's the rule again? You add the exponents, right? And you get x to the 5a. 2a plus 3a is 5a, right? So number 3, we have x to the 2y plus 3 power times x to the 3y plus 5 power. They're still the same basis, so you're adding it since it's the same base, okay? So you have x 2y plus 3 plus 3y plus 5, which is equal to, so 2y plus 3y is 5y, right? And 3 plus 5 is 8. So you get x to the 5y plus 8 here. And number 4 is one of the more interesting problems, is what, in terms of students making the most mistakes, is number 4, which you have x to the radical 2 power times x to the radical 2 power. And a lot of students, they usually say that's x squared, because they're used to, when they see two square roots and they're multiplying, they think, oh, we're going to multiply the root 2 times root 2, which is 2, and they put x squared here. And so many students make that mistake. But no, you do the same rule. Remember the rule? What's the rule? A plus b, you're adding it. So it's really root 2 plus root 2. And what's root 2 plus root 2? It's not 2, it's 2 root 2, right? So you gotta make sure you understand, you follow the rules. The rules is to add. Okay? So let's do number 5. You have x to the negative 4 power times x to the root 5 power. Okay? Now you got a negative exponent. What do? Same exact rule. You add them together. You see a little trend here. I mean, it's the same thing every time. And that's the answer. X to the negative 4 plus 5, root 5. Okay? And now number 6, now you're going to get fractions as an exponent. And I'll get into more detail later on many lessons later. There's a many multi part of all these videos for exponents and radicals. X to the 2/3 power times x to the 1/6 power. So what do you do here? Same thing, you're adding it. So let's put 2/3 in terms of 6, okay, which is 4/6, right? And then 1/6 is just 1/6. So they have the same denominator, so you can add them. And you will get x to the 5/6 power. And this is part 1 on how exponents is done. The next chapter, next lesson video, we're going to talk about dividing it, and then we're going to do this, the multiplication exponent power. And then I'm going to do some problems where you get a little combination of all three, and you'll start seeing how they all work, and you'll master it. Okay?